Yo, 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 what's happening? Nico here. How many lies have you told? Today? What about yesterday? What about this last week? How many lies did you tell in active addiction? During the path of self-recovery, we must be rigorously honest with ourselves. Yeah, you thought I was talking about how many lies did you tell other people. My question is, how many lies did you tell yourself? Think about that. How many lies did you tell yourself this morning? How many lies did you tell yourself yesterday? How many lies did you tell yourself this past week? I'll admit I still lie to myself. I don't like that feeling. I don't like the feeling of telling myself one thing and not following through on it. It reminds me of days that I used to try to get away with sneaking a high or running a scheme, manipulating people so that I can get what I wanted. Rigorously honest with yourself and with others. I believe that is a pillar to self-recovery. So long our lives have had a false narrative or lies created about them. Because of these false narratives and lies, we put ourselves in a false reality. These false realities are horrible to live in, quite honestly. Main reason why is because we believe that they're true, but nothing shows that they are. We're basically fooling ourselves, lying to ourselves, and then telling ourselves that it's okay. Telling ourselves that we're not crazy. We gaslight ourselves, basically. Rigorously honest sucks. Is looking in the mirror and saying, hey, Nico, you're a heroin addict. You weigh 120 pounds, your skin is pale, and the only thing that goes on your mind is how you could use. You even reuse needles, fish hooking yourself. That was rigorously honest. The false narrative that I used to tell myself was, today I'm just going to get high one last time and it's going to be it. I just need one last run. This will be my last time. I can do it if I just get one more high. If I just hit this last lick, if I could just make this one come up, I can get it done. Jeez. Even saying them out loud right now, I want to laugh at myself and I really want to smack myself. Because that false narrative I used to live in and I used to believe. Can I share something crazy with you guys? That false narrative, the one we used to believe, we used to make work too. Like, think about it. We used to tell ourselves, if we do X, then Y will happen. If I just get this 1 gram from this one dealer, then I can cut it and I can make it into 1.5 grams and I can sling that. I'll start coming up and I'll make my way out. That false narrative used to play in my head all the time. But I'd go and get the gram from the dealer and I'd be like, oh man, this stuff is good. Let me just make sure it's tasty. And I break off a taste for myself. And then all of a sudden, a couple hours later, all of it was gone. And I was back where I originally started. The point of that is to say that I still got it done. Even though it wasn't logical, even though it wasn't the right thing to do, I still got it done. One of the problems and conflicts that I have with a lot of the organizations that are currently teaching self-recovery or recovery through different modalities is that they want us to completely forget the capabilities that we have in our head. In my head, if I said I wanted 1.5 grams that day, I wouldn't have got 1.5 grams that day. It wasn't a matter of, oh, I wonder if I can. It was, this is what I'm going to get done, and so I got it done. Too many times I went into rooms or groups or therapy sessions or got on calls with somebody who said, you can't think that way anymore. What do you mean I can't think that way anymore? That's how I live. I put something in my head and I get it done. Just because it used to be drugs and alcohol, why should I change that now? The power that you guys have inside of you is still there. The power to be creative, to get what you want. The power to use your willpower to achieve things that other people can't. Your imagination is something that is so beautiful for how you can create solutions for yourself, for your problems. A struggle that we run into in being rigorously honest with ourselves is, what are the actual problems that we need to solve? For many of us, the problem that we needed to solve was getting high. Seeking comfort is what it is. Release of pain or a seeking of pleasure. The tools, the mindset, the things that we did to accomplish that, they're still available to us. Something that I'm still overcoming is the fear of that power. For instance, when I wanted to get my book done, I just got it done. I said I'm going to be a published author, so I wrote the book. Yeah, there was steps in between, but it was done between Memorial Day and September of 2020? Yeah, 2020. Memorial Day to September 1st is when I wrote the book itself. I got it done. By September, it was already picked up by a publisher. You guys can go get a copy at www.nohalonm.com. It teaches 5 things to know before you get sober. One of those things is that you're going to get to know yourself, and the only way to get to know yourself is when you're rigorously honest with yourself about the lies and the narratives that you tell yourself, as well as the lies and the narratives that you tell others. If someone lies to you, saying that you're doing all right, and you know you're not, because that internal voice, your conscience, is saying that you can do better, that you're not doing the best that you can. Matter of fact, if anybody just lies to you in general to make you feel better, they don't care about you. The reason why I say they don't care about you is because they just care about making you feel good in that moment rather than making you feel good over a long period of time. I used to have a homie that would tell me, oh, dog, it's all right. You could kick anytime you want. You're good enough. Homie wasn't around when I needed some support to kick. When I was curled up, cold sweats, dealing with the shivers, snot coming out of my mouth, and I needed somebody to tell me that, ain't nobody was around. Brother, I love you. Will you break me off with some of your sack? That ain't love, dog. These cats that used to tell us things that appeased our emotions, these people that would tell us things that they knew would make us feel okay for the moment, those people don't love you. The people that love you are the ones that call out your lies, that tell you, hey, you're living in a false narrative because you shouldn't be doing that. Those are people that actually love you. Get around them. My goal is not to do recovery for you. My goal is to help guide you along your journey of self-recovery. Because there's no reason for you to pretend to be an angel. It's okay to have no halo.